Now I'd like to ask you something, please, if I'm allowed. Thanks very much. Am I, before you fall fast asleep, allowed to tell you about my favorite in the whole world now?
Yes.
Please. Because after I paid and you go in, then you can think about it. Thanks very much. You ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Bro. Stonehenge was built over 3 different periods by 3 different kind of peoples. Not people, didn't come from the same part of the world with nothing to do with one another. And Stonehenge is a mystery. But what we do know about it, I'm going to tell you. 5,300 years ago, where we're going now, a ditch was dug in the chalk. And you're going to see that ditch. 5,300 years ago. Oh my word. What happened was, the New Stone Age people, the Neolithic people, they dug a ditch in the chalk. It was 7 feet deep, and archaeologists know that because of the evidence of, you know, the digging tools. They use antlers of deer and shoulder blade of oxen. That's what they use, and spades we use today, don't we, for digging. And they piled up the chalk on the inside, creating a ditch and bank. Within the ditch bank, there were, and there are, 56 holes. They're marked, you'll see, at regular intervals. They've been there for more than 5,000 years. And archaeologists now reckon, this is speculative, that they may have had wooden posts like totem poles. More about that in a minute. So they dug this ditch and bank, and they put in this 56 hole. Outside the ditch and bank stood a stone. It's silver. You're going to see it. And it's known as the heel stone. It's just a modern name. And it's above this stone that the sun rises on Midsummer Day. If there is sun. Yeah, well, exactly. At 10 to 4 in the morning. And it's above this stone, which has not been shaped, that the sun sets on the darkest day, the 21st of December, unless you're dealing with a leap year. That was Stonehenge Phase 1, the New Stone Age people. Now it gets a little bit more interesting. Phase 2. If you buy a book and it's not brand new, they have just had the first major archaeological dig at Stonehenge since 1952. So what information you read depends on when the books have been written. But I'm giving you the new information. Ladies and gentlemen, 4,300 years ago, some people apparently came from what today David and you and me call Iraq. What would possess you to walk from Iraq to England? You couldn't fly with British Airways, could you? And you have to cross the ocean. And then when they arrived in Dover, walk for 120 miles down here to look at the ditch and bank. And then they looked at it and said, yeah, not bad. But we're now going to walk to Wales. You know, we saw earlier today. And whilst we're in Wales, we're going to pick up some stones that look like Trudy's, ladies and gentlemen. They're nothing like you, they weigh between 3 and 7 tons each. And we're going to take 80 of them, 80, and we're going to drag them back across the land. And we're going to put these stones up in 2 perfect circles, one within the other. Why is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Archaeologists have said to us historians, that these stones that look like us size-wise only exist one place in the world, and those are the Preseli Mountains in mid-Wales. If you cut the stones open, the bright blue, like this beautiful cobalt blue you get in stained glass windows in churches, so they're known as the blue stones. Was Phase 2. But it's now we're cooking with gas. When you have a chance, would you look at this Volvo we're on today, this motor coach? If not now, you know later. It weighs about 14 tons, you know? 40, 45, 50 feet long. Now, 19 miles away from where we're going, there are some hills called the Marlborough Hills. And in the Marlborough Hills you have boulders. It's a very, very hard sandstone. So they crack these stones out of the ground. I must say to you, there are about 1,000 stone circles here, Cornwall, Ireland, Brittany and France. But Stonehenge is the only one in the whole world with the horizontal stones lying on top of the upright. So not only is it a World Heritage Site, but Stonehenge has been given 7 Wonders of the World status. Because highly educated people like your good selves in Victorian times, gentlemen, no ladies, used to come down here and say, oh, look at this Roman temple. We know that it's not Roman, it's 5,000 years old, for goodness sake. So they took these stones. Can I just say to you that one of the stones you're going to see weighs 4 times more than the motor coach? Then it starts to mean something.